No one in the valley knew why the old man on the mountain never stopped smiling. Not when storms destroyed his crops. Not when the river washed away his home. Not even when winter left him, with nothing but a thin blanket and a handful of seeds. Yet, every morning, his laughter echoed down the hills like a song, and one curious boy was determined to uncover his secret. Once upon a time, in a village where the wind whispered through the rocks, lived an old man named Rohan. The villagers called him the Smiling Mountain Man, because no matter what happened, rain or famine, heat or cold, his face always carried a quiet joy. One day, a young boy named Arjun climbed the steep path to Rohan's hut. He had lost his favorite toy in the river that morning, and his heart felt heavy. "Why do you smile so much?" Arjun asked, kicking a pebble. "Bad things happen all the time. Don't you ever feel sad?" Rohan chuckled, his eyes twinkling like stars. "Ah, little one, come, sit with me. I'll tell you a story. Many years ago," Rohan began, "I had a family, a wife, a daughter, and a small farm. We were happy. Then one year, the rains never came. The crops died. The animals grew thin. My wife fell ill, and she never woke up." Arjun's eyes widened. "That's terrible. How could you smile after that?" Rohan sighed. "For months I didn't. I cursed the sky. I screamed at the wind. I thought life had broken me forever. Then, one morning, I saw my daughter, weak but still alive, picking wildflowers. She handed me one and said, 'Papa, look how pretty.' And in that moment, I realized the world hadn't stopped being beautiful. I had just stopped seeing it." Rohan said that there are 3 secrets to life. The first secret: the sun always returns. No night lasts forever. No storm never ends. When you feel like the world is dark, remember, the sun is just hiding behind the clouds. The second secret: treasure the tiny joys. Happiness isn't a big treasure chest. It's a handful of small coins, a warm cup of tea, a bird's song, a friend's laugh. Collect them every day. The third secret: you are stronger than you think. Pain is like a river. It can drag you under, or you can learn to swim. Every time you survive something hard, you grow stronger. Just then, a fierce wind blew, knocking over Rohan's only pot of rice. The boy gasped. It was the old man's last meal for the day, but Rohan only laughed. "Ah, now the birds will feast well tonight." Arjun stared. "How can you laugh? You have no food left." Rohan winked. "Because I still have my hands to work, my heart to hope, and the earth to grow more. Losing a meal doesn't mean I've lost everything." Arjun returned to the village and told everyone what he had learned. At first, they didn't believe him. Then, the worst flood in years came. Houses were destroyed. Fields turned to mud. The villagers wept until they heard laughter from the mountain. Rohan stood on a rock, smiling at the sunrise. "The river brought us mud? Good. Now our soil will be richer. The houses fell. Now we'll build stronger ones." One by one, the villagers began to smile too. Years later, when Arjun was grown, he brought his own son to meet Rohan. The old man was even older now, his hair white as snow, but his smile was just as bright. "Tell him the secret, grandfather," Arjun urged. Rohan patted the boy's head. "Life will knock you down, that's certain. But whether you lie there crying or stand up laughing, that's your choice." And with that, the wind carried his laughter down the mountain once more.